everyone. Welcome back to your new favorite podcast, I want to say.
Yes.
The Untold with the amazing Hussein Ajouz.
Ahmad,
Yes, bro. You need to get your credit. You
didn't
know?
say it's season 2, my friend.
Season 2. Welcome
didn't
back
say it.
after Eid. We're back with our
Yes, we
Eid
are.
specials. We had them and they aired and they were lovely. But now
Yep.
we're back, bigger, badder than ever with season 2.
Of course.
Dropping twice a week.
Very exciting.
Yes.
A lot
we
of
have
people
brand
to
new
meet them.
guests, a lot of people to interview.
Yes, 100%.
And do you like traveling?
I actually do. I've been to a few countries, not a lot of countries. But you know what I like most? Solo traveling, I'll be honest.
Solo traveling.
Which is why.
But what about solo traveling on a bike?
I've never been on a bike, but I've been solo traveling on a
On a plane.
Yes.
Well, our guest will be joining us right after this little break, and we'll be talking about
Yeah, we will.
all types of traveling on a bike.
We're back from the break and we can finally welcome our guest for the day, Abdul Mohsin Baghli, or should I call you Abu Ali?
No, just Abdul Baghli.
Welcome to the Untold. It's the
Thank
first
you.
episode of the second season. It's such a pleasure to have you here. We're very happy to have you.
Yes, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for having me in your excellent show.
No, this
We're
is
excellent now.
I like it. I like
I
it.
like that.
Then it's a family place, honestly, because everyone
Yeah.
we saw it feels like family, and we're very interested in knowing the deeper stories of people that have stories like yourself. So I think let's just jump into it. Right?
Yes.
You do a lot of traveling.
Yep.
You do a lot of biking. Let's just call it. But people don't know this so far.
Yeah.
So let's give them an introduction, perhaps, about who is Abu Ali.
Okay, my name is Abdul Mohsin Tahir Baghli. I'm mechanical engineer, graduate 1988 from Kuwait University Faculty of Mechanical Engineering. I start my career with one of the transportation company as in charge of the technical issue in the for that company. Then I moved to the oil sector, which I start.
Lucrative.
Yeah, I start with KMBC.
Oh, nice.
All the way for almost like 20 years. Then I moved to KBC, which is Kuwait Oil Corporation. During my career in KMBC, I moved up in the hierarchy from engineer till I reached the superintendent or the team leader of the
It's
maintenance.
very engineering focused.
Yes, totally.
And were
technical.
you biking during this?
No,
during-
no, no,
So
no.
this is where before
That,
this all
that
began.
is a different chapter of my life.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see. So it's a complete. Okay, fair. Go on.
So yeah, you interrupt my
Go ahead.
my
Go ahead. I
story.
thought you did it ever
No,
since
no,
you were
no,
young.
no.
Okay.
No. So and the last 5 years in my career or the technical path or
Yeah.
let's say that chapter in my life,
Yeah.
I moved to Kuwait Oil Corporation as advisor for the managing director career development. Then after those 25 years, I decided to conclude that chapter in my life and
Okay.
start a different chapter, a different chapter with a
did you-
different story.
Did you retire from engineering?
Yes,
Okay.
I retired,
You retired? Okay.
and I started a new chapter,
Which is
traveling around the globe in a motorcycle.
why motorcycle though?
Why the motorcycle?
How did that passion suddenly come?
Yeah, I mean, it happened just suddenly. It was not prepared.
Okay.
One of my friend, and it happened that he was also a colleague for me. He introduced me to the motorcycle world. That was in 2009, and I found it actually before 2009, I have no relation with a motorcycle, and as I know, as most of the audience, where they hate the motorcyclists, they thought the motorcyclists are either a gang, bad people,
People have no
annoying.
stereotypes
They have these
about
bad
them.
stereotypes.
Annoying
Yeah.
with those. And I was
One of those
them.
people.
I
Okay.
was one of those people where
Thinking they're annoying and all
I
that.
hate
I
the
hate
motorcycle.
motorcycles.
Yeah.
I hate the motorcyclist, and
But what happened? What was the shift?
Yeah.
The shift that when that night it was when my friend introduced me to a group of a motorcycle, and I
Okay.
found them they
Nice.
are totally different.
Nice.
They are not those gang annoying people. They are a qualified
Yes.
from different career and
Yeah.
even the way they are talking. It's not just a shallow.
It's interesting. Yeah, yeah.
It's interesting. It's
Yeah.
not a shallow. And that night gave me a shock. So the motorcycle it's not just a hobby.
The lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle, and I believe it is like a vehicle that can take you in a journey inside the life encyclopedia.
You know what I find interesting, because for the decision to come, especially after leaving a job, I mean, so many people do a lot of things. Some people travel for like to come calm down. They
Right.
travel to Western Europe and so on. But you decided to go on an adventure,
Yep.
which is technically work, which is technically a lot of effort. But
Yeah.
it's free. It's nice effort. So it's just, how did the decision come that, hey, I'm going to go on a big adventure now after retirement, rather than just sitting, relaxing,
Relaxing.
family?
Okay, so let me phrase your question.
Fair. Go
Okay.
ahead. Go ahead. I like that. I like that. I like
Okay,
that.
how did I manage to go away out from my comfort zone?
That's a big question.
Right.
It is.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is a question which you want to ask me.
I think because you destroyed the comfort zone. You didn't just get out of it, you destroyed it.
Yeah, to go away from the comfort zone.
Yes.
Well, during the 25 year, it
Yeah.
was a luxury, of course. Even maybe some kind, it's a hard work, but it is a luxury.
It was in a comfort zone.
It is a comfort zone.
Yeah.
It is surrounded with people doing everything for me. Even as I told you before the start, there's somebody who just carried my laptop. I don't carry it myself. I mean, they just put the laptop, open it, and I have to work, and then they
right.
close it and take it for me. Up to that level.
Wow.
Traveling in the first class.
Yeah, not even business class. This is first class over
Yeah,
here.
only going or staying in a 5-star hotel. Okay.
So what gave you that push to want to step out of the comfort zone and
Shifted
try?
completely.
Yeah.
It is. I found out that when I met those.
Yeah.
It
Guys.
changed something in you.
It is. They. I saw that they are talking about the enjoyment of the life
Yeah.
outside those fort, the high wall fort of the comfort zone. It is the comfort zone. It's like a fort, or
Right.
I mean, for me, I found it's like a jail. So I have to go away from this
Exactly.
fort and explore the beauty of the life outside this border.
And there's so much beauty outside. There's so much
And-
beauty, of course.
And I am not regret.
Of course. Why would you?
It is. I mean, for now, I complete 10 years
Wow.
in this
Of
journey
Biking.
and traveling
Total.
around 10
How many
years.
countries in those 10 years?
40 country.
40 countries.
40 country.
First one a
God.
decade ago was to Bahrain.
It was, yeah, actually my first country, which it was Kingdom Bahrain.
Kingdom Bahrain on a bike.
And on a bike, yes.
And that's
Everything
how
on a
it
bike,
started.
everything.
The whole thing.
Yes.
But is it the same bike?
No.
So you always upgraded?
Well, it's not upgrading. It's, when you go by practicing, you
Yeah.
find that this is not the suitable. So, things
Improving.
you
and
have,
keeping-
improving.
Yeah, of course.
So the first bike, it was somehow okay. I'm not going to mention brand or something, but it's kind of show bike. Okay, nice, beautiful with
Right.
annoying sound.
Yes.
But I found that this is not
The one that you need.
This is not the practical bike. So I moved to something
Yeah.
so big, huge, comfort, and when I go for that, I found that no, this is again because when you go for something huge, something it's heavy to handle.
Of course.
Still, you are not going to enjoy because the size,
It's too big.
it will limit your exploring.
Okay.
Okay, fair enough. It's just too much to handle, perhaps.
So then
Yeah.
I changed to
So,
something.
yeah.
So now I find that it has to be the best if you are really want to enjoy
Yes.
and go as far as you want.
Yeah.
You have to go with something light, practical, not so fancy, and you don't have to attract the attention of everybody.
Yeah. So I guess you never know until you try the bike for
Yep,
you to know.
yep.
So what is the perfect bike right now for you?
The perfect bike, okay, again, away from branding,
Yeah.
okay, it
Yeah.
has to be something light,
Lights.
not so huge, and it doesn't have to be with so much electronic because the more the electronics,
Yeah.
okay, they are nice,
The more
will
faulty
help
it
me,
might be.
but those electronic need maintenance, need some specialized equipment.
Of course.
When I go far away, I have to be with a reliable, less electronic, light, something I can maintain it myself.
Yeah, of course.
Yep.
I want to ask you about, obviously, when you moved your jobs and you decided to kind of like discover the world.
Yep.
I think the first step is always the hardest step, as they say, because the first step outside the comfort zone is always the hardest step, and then after that it just rolls on and on and on and on. So if you can take us back to the first step,
Yeah.
when you kind of like decided that I'm going to travel to the Kingdom of Bahrain, or you opened the door and you just left for that adventure.
Yep.
What was the journey? How does it feel? I'm sure it was a big one for you.
I remember that was in 2009. I think that once you cross the border, go outside from Kuwait, then all the fear will disappear. Because it's when you go away from Kuwait, from the country, from our, I mean, okay, although my comfort zone may be small around my home, my office, where I have, but practically when you go away from outside the border, then you are totally by your own.
Wow.
So there's nobody will help you, and you realize that. So it's okay. I mean, I'm still alive. I crossed the border. I'm alone with nobody helping me. Nobody carrying my things or bring me my coffee or tea or cook my things. But
So different. Now it's so
it's
different.
it's so different, and it's so
I like
tasty.
It. I like it.
And it's so tasty.
Wow, you know, I think you only appreciate something when you're missing it.
Yeah. Well, but the thing that even, I mean, okay, when you go when you are in your office, in your luxurious office, with a nice cup of coffee or tea, of course, clean and
The luxuries of life. Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
luxury. But believe me, when you away in a remote area,
Yeah.
even that not so fancy, not so clean.
It's like that movie Castaway, isn't it? Like
Oh boy.
when you're stuck on an island and you appreciate the lighter and everything.
Baby,
The coconut man.
The coconut man.
No, believe me, you will really appreciate that. It's so tasty.
Right.
It's so tasty.
What would you say we'd find in your backpack in every travel? Your essential items
I would
on
love
each
to-
trip.
Is it heavy?
No,
Is it
No?
actually?
no.
We travel all the way to.
He just
other
gets the
countries.
essentials, I guess.
Yes, the thing that if you want to really enjoy your life, you have to be light.
Okay.
It's not only light. The motorcycle has light. I mean, why you have to change your clothes every day? Okay, so with that, I mean, the longest trip I took from me in Middle of Asia, which is Russia, Kazakhstan, Mongolia, it took from me 5 months
5 months.
5
To
months.
do what exactly?
to cross. It's 5 months to cross 45,000 kilometers from Kuwait back to Kuwait.
5 months.
This
That's
journey
a single
took you
trip.
took you across how many countries in those 5 months?
Not much. It was like around. Okay, I didn't count them. It's like Saudi Arabia, Emirates, Iran,
Just
Armenia,
a handful of countries.
Georgia,
Kashmir.
Russia, Kazakhstan,
But he's on a
Mongolia.
bike.
Yeah,
That's
Turkey
takes a lot.
and
long time.
Saudi Arabia. Not much, but
So,
it took
I
45,000
guess your
kilometers.
passport has a lot of those entry visas
Yeah,
stamped
yes.
to the deck, right? I guess easier question would be, what countries haven't you been to?
It's like, I mean, that's quite a lot of countries, to be honest. I mean,
Uncharted
41, 40 countries, so yeah, there's a lot of countries.
yeah, a lot of country, yeah.
We'll discuss that more right after we take our first break, right after this. And we're back, continuing the conversation with Mr. Explorer right here, right? Been all over the place at the Mohsin Baghli. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
We want to continue the conversation and tell us about maybe the most unique trip you've had.
Okay. Well, I receive a lot of questions that, I mean, you didn't ask me, but about what country you like at most. Now,
Right.
each country, I don't, there is no country that special, because each country has a different taste, has a different
Each
culture,
country has its own culture.
has its
and
own
vibe.
culture,
Okay.
food.
But maybe one of them hit home to you the most, or you enjoyed the most, maybe.
Well, the thing that the more there are some of the trip which they are challenging.
Yes.
Yeah, let's say the challenging.
Let's switch it to the most challenging trip.
challenging.
Most challenging trip.
Most challenging, and actually I did not when I came out from Kuwait. I was not planning to hit the North Pole.
The North Pole.
The North Pole. I mean,
Wait, did you actually get to
wait,
the
wait.
wait, so I'm not sure, the North Pole as in the maximum north that North can get? Or
the maximum north that you can drive to.
Wait, you didn't take a plane to the North Pole? You
No, I-
took your
Is
bike.
there-
My bike.
Is there a path that can get you through? Don't you have to swim at some point?
Wait, what did you do? How did you get your bike from Kuwait to the North Pole?
Okay. Now let me rephrase it. It's not the North Pole by itself, because the North Pole itself, it's like a piece of ice land.
Okay.
Iceland. So I didn't reach that, but I reached the North
Okay.
Pole area, which is
It's still
it's
So that's
still-
obviously a
yeah.
big one, but like, so let's. Geography-wise, I'm not that great. So
Yeah.
like, let's just go out of Kuwait right now. Okay?
Yep.
So what was the journey to the North Pole?
Okay. Now
Yeah.
again, when I came out from Kuwait,
Yeah.
I didn't. In matter of fact, I didn't have any clue about that area.
Okay.
My plan is just to go to Moscow and St. Petersburg,
Okay.
and going all the way to the far east land in Russia. It happened that when I reached St. Petersburg, I was with a group of motorcyclists, and they told me, and one of them, he was from Murmansk. Murmansk, it is it's a city in the north of Russia, inside the north port
Wow.
area. So he told me, why don't visit us there? I said, Murmansk, where is that? He said, we are, just come there and you will have a different.
And you're already very nearby, technically. You're close. You're in Russia right now, so you can easily just go.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
so then I decided, so okay, now back to the question now. I started from Kuwait to Saudi Arabia,
Saudi Arabia.
to United Arab Emirates,
Yeah.
and I crossed the Arabian Gulf to Iran.
Nice.
Then I drive from Bandar Abbas all the way to the Iran-Armenian border.
At this point, we are like what, a week in on this trip?
No. It took more than that because
More
I,
than
Sure,
that,
more. I mean,
okay.
it's a
yeah,
week by
because
car.
Yeah.
I don't have usually I don't rush,
Okay.
and I have some kind of rules with
And
me.
you're always alone on these trips?
Yes,
Solo traveler.
solo travel
You must
all
make a
the
lot
way,
of friends. You must make a
Yeah.
lot of friends.
and usually I have some kind of rule I generate for myself that
What is that?
which is wake up in the early morning, have a nice good breakfast, and hit the road. Usually by
Sunset?
noontime.
Noontime?
No. I didn't reach the sunset. Sometime by either 1, 2 o'clock, or maybe by maximum
Three
by 3 o'clock,
max?
I have to stop.
So you have like around a 6-7 hour
Yes,
drive.
I don't have
and
to
stop
rush
for the
because
rest of
Why
the
do you
day.
stop though?
I stop because the thing that I don't have any kind. There's no hotel reservation or airline reservation, and I don't have to exhaust my energy. The thing
Right.
that, but when I stop at 1 or 2 o'clock, I can explore that area where I
Okay.
stop because
So it's just random stop and then you discover it.
yes,
But you said something. So you said, am I wrong? Did you say no hotels and no reservations?
yeah.
So you travel and there's no
Where
hotel
do you
booked?
stay typically?
I stayed anywhere suitable. I just try to find by 1 or 2 o'clock. If there's a fuel station, I stop there. If there is a church, police station,
What do we do there?
temple, anywhere.
You would sleep in.
Yes.
Interesting, honestly, but like that's actually
Well,
very brave.
How do you, I'm imagining myself going to a police station and
And asking,
asking
Can I
for
sleep
shelter.
there?
Can I sleep there?
That couch over there is
yeah,
available.
that couch. I mean, I guess there's not a safer place to stay at than a police station,
Yeah.
but how do you even...
How do you make a
How do
decision?
you-
It happened. I didn't plan that.
Right,
The
And
thing
that's the most
that,
beautiful part about it.
yeah.
the
None
thing-
of your trip is planned other than the
nothing,
routes.
nothing.
You just know your routes.
Yeah, the thing that when I go outside,
Yeah.
when I start the trip, if you offer planning, then you will lose the enjoyment.
The enjoyment of the
Yeah,
adventure.
that's what everyone says. Yeah.
Yeah,
exploration.
just go there
It's like
and
you're going with the flow, almost literally. You're going with the flow.
yes, with the flow. I mean, even the route by itself, usually 90% of the time, unless some kind of country where there's some kind of restriction, other than that, I don't make a plan for the route. I mean, the thing that I'm going when I came out from Kuwait, my planning to reach Moscow.
Yeah.
How?
I'm just gonna get there.
Yeah,
I have never seen anyone more courageous than you. Honestly, you are so
Yes.
courageous, and you just.
So it happened that I found that to go there from going Iran, then after Iran, either to go Azerbaijan or Armenia. But the thing that when I found that going to Armenia, then Armenia and Georgia, so it's two countries. So I said,
Yeah.
okay, let me choose the Armenian Georgian path, and it happened.
Wow, it's like your face. It's like you're driving and you're faced with a route that goes left, right, and then a route that goes left, and you're
Yeah.
like, which one do I feel like going to
Yeah.
today?
Well, sometimes
Sometimes you drive aimlessly.
sometimes I just flip the coin.
Wow.
Yes, I
See, that's very nice. That's very
That's-
beautiful.
flip the coin.
See, I'm obviously not at the same. I used to do something, not the same level. I'm not comparing. When I'm in Europe, you know these scooters. These
Yeah.
scooters? At night, when I'm like very bored, I would take them and I would drive aimlessly, and you end up in some weird places.
So adventurous, my friend.
So I haven't been to the
adventurous.
North Pole. I've been to one village to another.
Try doing it at the North Pole.
Yeah,
Anyway, yes.
it happened. I mean, that when I reach the city of Tabriz, there was two roads, one to the right and one to the left.
And you're like,
So either to go to Azerbaijan or to go to Armenia. So I just flipped the coin, and it happened that to go I have to the left.
There
so
we go.
So I took the left.
and you went left.
Yeah.
And would you meet a lot of people along the way?
And how do they perceive you as a foreigner on a bike?
Yeah, because you're someone from Kuwait on a bike,
Right.
traveling from.
Do they
Kuwait
like
on a bike.
suspect anything? Maybe you're like a spy or something?
No. I mean, unfortunately, our brain are contaminated with some kind
The
of
Western media.
the Western
yeah,
media.
Okay, yeah.
Now the reality
It's
is
not the
totally
same.
different.
Right.
A lot of questions. I mean, so many people ask me, did anybody try to attack you or try to?
Yeah.
I mean,
No
this-
such thing, nothing happened.
No such
Yeah.
thing.
You felt
People think of the negative thing right away.
Yeah,
though.
always,
Negative,
yeah,
but the thing that
but you felt safe all the way.
well, there are some again some kind of a rule of thumb.
Okay.
It is, you don't insert your hand in the habitat of the snake and you say, "Oh, she bite me."
Of course.
It's
It's your decision.
It's my decision.
Yeah.
So just try to utilize the daytime.
Right.
You don't have to drive in the nighttime.
You're doing it
because-
smartly. You're doing it smartly.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
driving
so-
smart.
And I want to enjoy. I want to explore. In the nighttime, you cannot explore anything.
You can't see. True. Also.
No, I love the fact that you do it. I can see pretty safely. Like, I mean, I'm sure that what you perhaps wear as in jackets.
Yeah.
Let's
must
talk about
be-
safety for a bit.
It
Very
is,
important to have
It is safety.
the suit and the
yeah.
helmet.
Yeah, safety is first because the thing that in your car
Yeah.
you are using the seat belt.
Seat belt.
In a bike, it's
Okay.
like
There
you're
is
in
no
open
seat
air.
belt.
There's no
open
seat
air.
belt, and
Yeah.
in the car you are covered with the body
frame of the car. Yeah.
with the
exactly.
car. But so now I'm wearing the car.
Yeah, well, you are the
The
car.
airbags are built into the suit.
yeah,
No, but I respect that because nowadays we see a lot of reckless drivers on the road, and where basically they think it's cool to drive without
Yeah.
a helmet, and they only
Absolutely
understand the effects after the accident. Sadly enough. So yeah, shift of conversation. Perhaps
Yeah.
just a shift. When you travel, I'm sure you travel. Obviously, you travel alone a lot.
Yeah.
And the question is, everyone that travels solo is usually searching for something.
Yeah.
So, is there something you feel you're searching for when you travel solo?
Because you've been on these trips for
Yep.
the past decade.
10 years.
10 years.
And the
so
amount of
it
hours
feels
that
like
you-
you're looking for something on
Well,
these trips, you know?
yeah,
Are you trying to find yourself
I'm
within
trying
these
to
trips?
find my limit.
Okay. I
Where,
like that.
how much power I do have, how long,
How
how
much
far,
patience, I would say,
how
you have.
far I can go away from my comfort zone.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
It is finding
Nice.
your limit,
That is, yeah.
your ability. So it's very important for a human to know his ability.
And where's Baghli's abilities so far? Limits. So
Uh,
far. Limits. I'm not gonna say abilities. What are your limits?
I guess the sky is the limit for him.
The roads.
Thank God. I mean, God create
Yeah.
the human, and He put in that human tremendous ability. But the thing that we have a fear
Yeah, yeah.
to explore. We
That
have
we
the-
put on ourselves.
we
Right.
have
Yeah, yeah,
we surround ourselves with a cage.
Yeah,
I mean, so just try to destroy and go away from that
I love it.
cage,
That's
from
amazing.
those borders, and you will enjoy your life.
love that advice.
Amazing, amazing. Well, thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you for sharing those beautiful stories. I bet you've inspired a lot of bikers
100%.
and all travelers,
And
all
non-bikers,
kinds.
yeah, of
Non-bikers
course,
as
of
well.
course.
So thank you again for your time,
Appreciate it.
and we'll be back for the wrap-up.
We're back with wrap up with this episode that was honestly very adventurous.
Very
Ahmed?
adventurous. I learned a lot with our guests.
I mean, it's more about learning. It's more about thinking that this guy is probably one of the biggest risk takers I've ever met in my life.
Well, it's not necessarily risky, but all the patience that
Yes.
he has to have.
Did you say 5 months for one of the trips?
5 months for one trip. I don't know if I can do that.
So North Pole, are you ever gonna go on a plane?
I'm not even sure if I'll go on a plane unless I'm shooting a movie.
Oh,
That makes sense.
that's a good one.
That's the only reason I would.
So I
see.
think a good episode to learn the
Very-
value of travel.
Yeah.
And perhaps the value of spending time by yourself.
Yeah.
And how you appreciate things when you kind of like start to miss them. I mean, he had such a luxury lifestyle, shifted it, and then you start appreciating the simple things as coffee.
Yeah. And keep it here for the Untold as we welcome more guests on each episode right here with Hussein
Thank
Ajouz
you so much, Ahmad. Appreciate it.
and me.
All right.
We'll see you in the next one.